What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the North Shore 9 postgame show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm Jim. With me today is Cody. Cody, the Pirates lose on a walk-off to the Kansas City Royals 4-3, and that is now 5 losses in a row, immediately following a 6-game winning streak. They're just going to erase all the good that they just did, aren't they?
Yeah, it really feels that way. And I there was one point in this game I thought we were going to give away sandwiches. I thought, they got it. They figured it out. Didn't look pretty. And then, not looking pretty turned into ugly. So,
yeah, I mean, they had their chances today, right? I mean, that's kind of going to be my theme throughout this game is the Pirates had their chances. The Royals gave the Pirates some chances, and it was the blunders by the Pirates that allowed the Royals to score some runs. It was just not timely hitting by the Pirates at all. 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. I said the Royals gave them their chances to win this game, and the Pirates just weren't able to come through.
Yeah, just like you said, there were blunders on each side, it seemed. The Pirates just couldn't take advantage of Kansas City's blunders, and that was really what decided this game. Like, what inning was it? The 7th inning, where they had the bases loaded, and you really thought, like, oh, they're gonna do something here. I think there's only one out, and then I don't even remember what they did. We'll get to it though. It was
Well, I said we'll get to all
baseball.
of it. We'll get to all of it. Before we do, though, let me tell you about Bet Online. It continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action. And with baseball in full swing and football season around the corner, Bet Online has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC to tennis and NFL futures, Bet Online remains your choice for sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the Bet Online casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today. And take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Bet Online, the game starts here. Cody, I want to start with kind of just rolling through what happened here. It was a back-and-forth game. Like this was a enjoyable baseball game to watch, which I guess is something. Like if we're grasping for straws here, this was probably the most enjoyable Pirates game that we've watched during this 5-game losing streak, because it was good. There was good pitching. They hit some balls over the fence. They had some extra base hits. It was back and forth. It was an entertaining game today. It just didn't work out. This was just one of those games where like you're gonna lose games like this, but there were some frustrating parts to it that I want to touch on. But I thought overall, like this, like I said, I was entertained tonight, which is saying something because I haven't been entertained in a week.
Right. And like you said, like you're going to have games like this where you fought hard, kind of. Both teams had their mistakes, and you just had more mistakes than the other team. What makes it worse is that it's the 5th loss in a row. And that's what makes it feel inexcusable. When to an average ball club, this is inexcusable loss. But for this team, it's just pain after pain after pain, as our friend Cyrus says. Oh, sorry, we both put that up.
We both put it up at the same time. No, I mean you're right, and like Sherrod says here too, like this, it makes it a little bit frustrating too because this is a bad Kansas City lineup. You'd be used to, like if it was Bobby Witt Jr. beating you, that's one thing, but Nick Lofton has 2 homers in the last 2 homers in 2 games. I don't know if Nick Lofton had 2 homers for his entire career. He didn't. Nick Lofton had 2 homers in his career heading into this series. And he's got 2 homers this series. So
Of course
yeah,
he did.
like that sucks. That just absolutely sucks. And he gets the, I mean, he puts the Royals ahead there in the 7th inning. While Greg Brown was touting about how great Donnie Ball was today. So that was a rough one. But let's kind of get into this. I thought Mitch Keller looked really good tonight, and I do want to talk about him quite a bit. Yeah, he relinquished that lead in the 7th, but again, I'm not really putting that on him. Like, he retired, I think, 17 batters in a row at one point today.
Yeah.
Henry Davis with a catcher's interference getting a run, breaking that streak, and then like you can't give up a homer to Nick Lofton. Like that's inexcusable. And I want to show kind of just the mistake. Mitch Keller made a couple mistakes tonight, and he paid for them. But I thought he looked really good throughout this game. And when it comes to, I don't want to trade Mitch Keller, but like, if I'm a Major League Baseball team and I'm looking for a starting pitcher, he fits everything that I want in one. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. But he gives up a homer to start the scoring to Jack Caglianone, top prospect. He's been struggling to kind of adjust to Major League hitting, but super talented individual. That's his 3rd homer this season. But then right after that, Keller just settles in, and I thought he pitched a great game. 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Just he had the 2 mistakes, which we'll get into. But the Pirates do answer right back. Oneil Cruz, who was announced that he was going to be in the home run derby next week in Atlanta, just an absolute nuke. Absolute nuke off Seth Lugo, 458 feet to tie it up in the 4th. He needs to do that more often. Like, I mean, that's plain as, like, he's been struggling so much lately, but he can change a game with he's a few impact bats in this lineup, and you saw it today.
I almost get infuriated when he hits those because he does them with such ease. Like he'll hit it, and then he acts like he hit a pop up, and I'm like, you just hit a nuke, dude. And he's like, I guess I'll walk the bases now. It's like, yeah, dude, holy crap! Like, come on, that's awesome. That was the highlight of the game, and it was a home run derby preview, to say the least. I think he'll do much more damage come next Monday.
Yeah, I'll say this. There was some discourse, I guess, online about Oneil Cruz being named to the home run derby, but it's like, yeah, you know what? 16 homers, like, he doesn't lead the league in homers. He's not in the top 10 or anything like that. But like, if you want to see a guy, if you're making a short list of players who you just want to see swing as hard as they can and try to hit baseballs as far as possible, like, there aren't too many players I want to see do that more than Oneil Cruz. So like, this is an entertainment industry. This event is made for entertainment. There aren't too many people who I could say, you know what, this guy's going to entertain me watching him take basically glorified batting practice.
Right.
Like, Oneil Cruz is on the very, very short list of individuals there.
Yeah, I love whenever something objectively good happens for the Pirates. Every Pittsburgh sports personality does their best Mark Madden impression. Everybody's got to hate on it. And it's like, why? Like, we don't have much good going for this team right now. Let's celebrate the good. Yep. Like, why are we mad that Oneil Cruz is going to be highlighted on a mainstream platform, on the home run derby, on ESPN? Let's celebrate it. Like, I think tearing this guy down is going to do nothing to make this experience of the 2025 Pirates season better.
I think it's just people just don't know how to enjoy stuff anymore. So it's like, even when something good happens, you just like don't even really, like, you don't know how to react because there's so little there's so few amount of moments like this where you can get excited, and this is one of them. So
right.
But yeah, I'm excited for the home run derby. But yeah, Cruz ties the game up at 1. Then, like I said, both pitchers kind of just settle in. Mitch Keller settles in, no scoring all the way to the 7th. Nick Gonzalez gives the Pirates a 2-1 lead with his 3rd homer of the season. And Nick Gonzalez, Cody, is now has an OPS of 798. His weighted runs created plus, when I checked after the homer, it was like 121. I think it's around like 120, 119 right now. It's at 119. But like, Nick Gonzalez is the Pirates' best hitter, Cody.
The butcher, baby. He just gets it done. I love this guy. Like, I feel like I've said this before on the postgame. This is a guy that I truly get excited to watch play baseball. And I get it. It's Nick Gonzalez. He kind of didn't come up as fast as everybody thought he would when we drafted him. He was this great hitter in college, kind of flattened, like his skill flattened out once he got into our organization. But now he's here, and he continues to get better. You guys touched on that on Monday morning. He just keeps taking a step further, and I love to see it. It's such like I'm just trying to find every positive of the Pittsburgh Pirates right now because there's not a lot, and I'm going to be ecstatic about every positive. And Nick Gonzalez is something to be ecstatic about. He keeps doing it, man.
Yeah. There aren't a lot of positives. So when you do see one, I think you do have to point it out. I mean, there needs to be more positives, plain and simple. Like, this team is bad. Too many of these players are bad. The ones that you need to do well are playing poorly. So yeah. So like, Nick Gonzalez is the outlier here. Like, we were talking about how he needed to take a step forward, and guess what? He has. When he was drafted, like you mentioned, he was touted as this guy who could win batting titles. I'm still not seeing that guy, but I am seeing a guy who puts the ball in play, hits the ball hard, drives in runs, like knows situations too. Like when there's runners on base, and like he's trying to drive runs in. So like, I couldn't be happier with the way Nick Gonzalez is developing at this point. And I mean, if this is his peak, like, that's fine. Like, this is a great peak if this is who he is. But yeah, we'll see what ends up happening there. But let's say he gives the Pirates a 2-1 lead there. But then this is where the frustration starts, Cody.
Yeah.
7th inning, Mitch Keller is just rolling. Like I said, I think it was 17 retired in a row. Salvador Perez reaches on a catcher's interference. So that ends the streak.
Which was, in my opinion, debatable, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was interference, but yeah, I get it. It was weak, but it was still interference. Like, it was a check swing. Like, it didn't really impact anything. But and I think what made this moment even worse, Cody, is if you were watching the Pirates broadcast. Sometimes, like, and I get it. Like, I do this all the time. I tweet during games a lot. I'll say something, and then it immediately backfires on me, right? Yep. Greg Brown did the real life version of the Rosati curse, basically, where he's laying it on a little thick. I think he's laying on a little thick, complimenting Donnie Ball, and just how, like, him and Gene Lamont, they've got this amazing feel for handling this pitching staff. And also, I'll give Don Kelly credit. I think he's done a pretty good job handling the pitching staff. They've been the best pitching staff in baseball, right? So like, he's done a good job. Let's give him a little bit of credit. But like, Greg Brown's laying it on thick, Cody. He's like, these guys, they just know exactly what. And as he's just touting just how great this staff is at handling these pitchers, Mitch Keller hangs a slider right down the middle to Nick Lofton, and it gets deposited in the left field seats. Like I mentioned, Nick Lofton, he had 2 homers in his career going into this series. It's his 2nd home run of the series, gives the Royals a 3-2 lead. At some point, I think Greg Brown said, can you believe this? And it's like Cody, yes, Greg, I can. Yes. We've been watching this for 35 years. It's the same shit. Oh. Yes, I can believe this. I actually would be surprised if this didn't happen at this point, Greg.
Right.
But just I had to laugh about it.
Right. And like you're saying, like, Keller was rolling, right? So I understand to an extent leaving Mitch Keller out there, right? But I think this is a point where Don Kelly got a little too big for his britches. He wanted to roll with the hot pitcher. He left him in for a matchup that he probably shouldn't have, and he got away with it with Caglione popping out. And I think once you get away with something, you should probably be like, all right, got away with that. Let's get the guy in that I wanted to get in. You know, maybe the matchup wasn't there with, I forget, he brought in Ferguson. Maybe the matchup wasn't there with Ferguson. Maybe that's why he didn't bring him in right away. But man, you got away with something and then you try to get too much, Don Kelly. And, I got to be fair. I got to criticize. I was one of the biggest Shelton haters. I love Don Kelly, but you little too long on the leash there.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Like, he was pitching well. It's Nick Lofton.
Right.
Like,
it's tough.
He should have gotten that out, like plain and simple.
Right.
He made a mistake. It was a bad pitch. And I want to show you just how bad of a pitch it was. I've got some illustrations I've got for you today, Cody.
Oh.
But
this is new to the post-game show. Some Gymalytics.
So when it comes to sliders, right? Let's go back here. Where's Keller at? Oh, I'm zoomed in.
Oh, too high.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Right. Sliders from Mitch Keller. Right here, if you can see my cursor. These are good pitches. These are where you want your sliders to be. These ones right in the middle, Cody. Got lucky on that one. Jonathan Indias fouled that off. But this one right here, just belt high. I don't know if it could get more middle. In play runs, home run. That's just, it's not where you want to throw sliders, Cody. It's not where you want to throw sliders.
Nope.
And then again, the other, we talked about the home run he gave up in the second inning. Didn't throw too many changeups today.
No. Can't be
That's
throwing
not
there.
where you want. It's not where you want to throw your changeup. That is not where you want to throw your changeup. In play runs, Jack Caglione. So I just wanted to share that. It was just two bad pitches, and the Royals made him pay for it. And the difference in this game was the Royals also made some mistakes, and the Pirates didn't make them pay. Right? I mean, if we talk about that eighth inning, right, that's where the Royals immediately take that 3-2 lead. And then in the eighth inning, the Royals tried as hard as they could to lose this game. IKF singles with one out. He moves to second on an errant pickoff throw. So there's error number one.
Mm-hmm.
Then Spencer Horwitz walks. You got first and second. And then a pass ball. Salvador Perez just misses a ball. He tries to frame an outside pitch, just misses it. You got runners on second and third, one out. Tommy Pham with a great at bat, I thought, did a good job getting on base, loading the bases. And in my mind, you've got the ice cold Brian Reynolds walking up. Bases loaded, one out, down by one. Cody, I don't know if there was, if I didn't place a live bet on this game, but like I was 95% sure a double play was going to happen there.
Yeah.
95% sure. And you know what, Cody? He tried. He hit a ground ball right to the second baseman. Brian Reynolds, I will say this, hustled his ass off, got to first, beat it out. They tied the game. But that's an opportunity where like the Royals just gave you 2 free bases in that inning. And it's the heart of your order up. And I understand the Pirates' heart of the order isn't like what a heart of an order should be. But like good teams make other teams pay for those types of mistakes. And the Pirates only getting 1 run in that situation, that's the reason why they lost. They didn't lose because they gave up a 2-run homer to Nick Lofton. They didn't lose because Keller threw a changeup right down the middle to Jack Caglione. They lost because the Royals took advantage of the Pirates' mistakes, and the Pirates didn't take advantage of the Royals' mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, and you said like the heart of the order, the first 3 batters of the game, only one of them got a singular hit. They went 1 for, what is that? 6 plus 4, 10. They went 1 for 10. So like, how are you supposed to do anything? It baffles me. It baffles me beyond belief. And credit to Don Kelly. He'll shake up the order if people aren't performing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
He's done it. We've seen it. He put Cruz in the 5 spot. Cruz still kind of so, even though today he gets the home run. But like, what do you do? Like, do you drop Brian Reynolds to the 5 or 6 spot of this lineup? Like, that doesn't seem logical. But with the way he's playing, maybe, I don't know. But these are spots where these guys, they need to come through. And even an ice cold Brian Reynolds, he needs to get the ball in the air or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's so frustrating because I thought Brian Reynolds was turning a corner.
Yeah,
He looked like he was.
I know you said you thought 95% chance there's going to be a double play. I thought at least there was going to be a ground ball up the middle. You know, it was going to get through, and we'd score another run.
So you thought there was at least going to be a single there. So
I thought there was at least a 25% chance that happened. Because he's batting a little over 350 career with bases loaded. Like, you got to have a little bit of hope when he's batting over 350 in that situation. He's got, I think they said 4 home runs. I didn't expect a home run. Like, I'm not that stupid. But you got to at least get the ball through a hole.
Yeah, I would have loved to have a ball through the hole, but it didn't happen. And then Gonzalez grounds out, and there you go. Like, you end up tying the game there, which it felt like a loss at that point. Like, you almost felt like you lost the game because you didn't take the lead right there. Santana comes in, pitches a scoreless bottom of the 8th. And then Pirates had another chance in the 9th. Brian Hayes, of all people, pulls the ball for like the first time in a week. Brian Hayes pulls the ball down the line, double, 1-out double, and then you've got Jack Sawinski, who we haven't even said his name yet, gets called up today.
I know.
He's been crushing the ball in AAA. Like, let's just call it like it is. Jack Sawinski's been killing the ball in AAA. I think we've all seen enough. We haven't seen. A lot of us have seen enough of Jack Sawinski in the majors. But this is his chance. Like, this is Jack's moment to be like, you know what, guys, I'm back. I'm not the same Jack. And he gets an absolute cookie. Like I said, that slider that Keller threw to Lofton, that Lofton hit in the seats, Sawinski got that pitch.
Yeah.
Sawinski got that exact pitch. And what does he do, Cody? He just pops it up. And actually, it wasn't a slider; it was a changeup. But again, just because
it was still right there, you got to do something.
I know you guys are visual learners.
There we go.
Like, this is a changeup, belt high, right down the middle. You've got to hit that ball. Like, you've got to punish that baseball. And Sawinski didn't. He popped it up. And
are these guys thinking too much when they're up to bat? Like, are they trying to play mental chess and be like, okay, he's gonna, in this situation, he's gonna throw a cutter, but if it's like this, he's gonna throw this. But if he does this with his glove, he's gonna do this. Like, let's just be like, hey, he throws it down the middle, I'm swinging. Like, it's gone. Like, what else is there to describe why these guys can't hit? It just seems like they're thinking too much. It like you said, it's a changeup belt high, and you fly it out. It didn't even go that far, if I remember.
No, the center fielder had to run in on the ball.
Yeah, it was a shallow fly ball. So, like, what are you doing? Are you like, hey, this is my 6th chance to be a major leaguer, I better try harder? Like, dude, it's baseball. And you are a top athlete in baseball, so just play baseball. Like, what is going on? I don't know how to explain it anymore of why these guys can't hit the ball. I can't. And Tommy Pham's figured it out. The one guy we were like, get rid of him. He figured it out faster than Rowdy Tellez did last year. And now people are like, oh, maybe we shouldn't trade him. It's like, well, what's he going to do for you next year? Like I don't know.
I mean, we all know how terrible Tommy Pham was to start this year.
Right. It was real bad.
Cody, he's within 4 points of Brian Reynolds in weighted runs created plus. I think that just kind of tells you, like, Brian Reynolds can't be that bad. Because, like, Tommy Pham was worst hitter in baseball. Like, let's just for 2 months, Tommy Pham, he couldn't see, Cody. They were sending a blind guy up to hit. And Brian Reynolds now has almost exact same numbers as a guy who's only been able to see for like 2 weeks. Tommy Pham's been able to see for 2 weeks, and he's basically matching Brian Reynolds' output so far this year. Like, it's across the board. Pham is hitting well right now. Like, I'll give him that. Yeah. Like the double today, he's like him and Nick Gonzalez right now are like, they're it. Andrew McCutchen is, doing fine, but like those two are it right now, and it's not enough.
No,
not enough.
We only have 2 players on this team with a weighted runs created plus over 100. The Royals at least have 4.
This is year 6 of Ben Cherington putting together his offense, right?
Yeah.
And he just hasn't been able to do it. It is a catastrophic failure on all fronts, from a development standpoint to an identifying talent standpoint to a coaching standpoint on the offensive front. It's awful. And it's the same thing every night. Like we sit here. This is what? How many games have we played, Cody? This is our 93rd post-game show. How many times have we gone on here and basically just said this offense stinks?
Yeah.
Just it's just not good enough. It's not good enough, and they're now 17. No, they're now 18 games, 17 games under 500. It's July 8th. And you got the best pitcher in baseball.
You got one of the best pitching staffs in baseball.
You're
the 7th in ERA.
You're the best team at base, and you're the best team in the National League at run prevention. And you're 17 games under 500.
And you brought up development. And that's what worries me. Is we have some really good guys in in high A and low A baseball. And I get it. It's A ball. But these guys are really good. And I want to see them do well. But I just get so scared that they're going to go through the Pittsburgh Pirates hitting system, whatever you want to call it, development, and just forget how to hit a baseball. Connor Griffin's going to get to AAA and forget how to hit a baseball. Like, that's what worries me. That's what I'm worried about right now. Same with Esmerlin Valdez. Like, and then you got Florentino hitting the crap out of the ball in Bradenton. He just got there. That's a guy you're gonna have to wait like 5 years to see, probably. So, like, please spend money, Bob. Please spend money.
Yeah. Anyways, Pirates don't capitalize. Dennis Santana goes back out for the 9th inning. Single, fly out. Matson comes in, and then, out of all people, the Pirate killer. You know what? If you haven't watched that draft that Tyler and I did, I'm gonna have to go back and draft Nick Lofton. Nick Lofton, 2 homers and a walk-off single in this series so far. He should have been number 1 overall pick in that draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Still criminal you guys didn't draft Albert Pujols, though.
Hey, you can't give it away. Don't give it away. That's called a teaser right there. All right. Anyways, Pirates are losers of 5 in a row. They play game 3 of this series tomorrow, 7:40. Chris Bubich, who has been lights out for the Royals against Bailey Falter. So lefty on lefty matchup. We'll be live with another post-game show. Cody, you got anything else to add tonight, though?
Enjoy the positive things of this team because we got nothing else. We don't have playoffs to look forward to. There's no World Series coming. If a guy does something well, let's celebrate it. Let's be positive because this summer is just going to be longer and longer the more negative we are. So let's just have fun. Let's enjoy the good players. That's all I got.
You having fun yet, Cody?
So much.
What good players? Anyways, that's it.
Sorry, enjoy the average player.
I appreciate everybody watching. Again, you guys are sickos. Love you all. Chat was lively tonight. If you're watching,
we will not
after the fact.
We will not call you idiots like Denardo. We're smarter than that.
You're sickos. You're not idiots.
Yeah, you guys are. You're our sickos.
Oh, maybe a little bit. But anyways, appreciate all you guys. We'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time. That's all I got.
Yep.
See you guys.
See ya.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.